That the Earth emits electromagnetic radiation through its magnetic field is nothing new. Especially if you sleep facing east or west, these Earth rays can stop spiritual development and make you feel constantly tired. Now a new method has been revealed for protecting against these Earth rays. Namely, with the metals copper and iron. You have to place them under your bed in a certain position at night, which allows them to shield you from the Earth's radiation. I am pleased that I can finally talk about this secret method. But let's start from the beginning. You may have heard that the Earth emits electromagnetic radiation, a phenomenon that is deeply linked to its magnetic field. It's no secret that many of us have heard that Earth radiation can affect our well-being. But did you know that the direction in which you sleep plays a crucial role? If you face your bed east or west, it can block your spiritual development and leave you tired, listless, and irritable. Sounds almost eerie, doesn't it? Now you're probably thinking, what can I do to protect myself from these negative effects? The answer might surprise you, because it's simpler than you think, and it comes from two common metals, copper and iron. Yes, you heard that right. What may sound like old wives' tales has now been confirmed as an effective way to protect yourself from the negative effects of Earth's rays. The secret lies in the way you use these metals. You place them under your bed in a very specific arrangement, and they act like an invisible shield that protects you from the Earth's rays and their effects. Sounds crazy? Maybe, but many people swear by this technique, and the results speak for themselves. In a moment, I'll explain exactly how to place the metals. Imagine, you go to bed at night feeling drained and exhausted. But as soon as you place the metals under your bed, you wake up the next morning with a freshness that you haven't experienced in a long time. No headaches, no leaden fatigue. You suddenly feel clearer, more alert, and somehow liberated. Could it really be that simple? Well, that is exactly the experience that many report. You won't believe it until you try it yourself, but the idea behind it is by no means new. The use of copper and iron to shield against negative energies has historical roots. Even in ancient Egypt, these metals were used to create energetic balance and ward off negative influences. But it is only now, in our modern times, that this ancient wisdom is being rediscovered and adapted to our current needs. The trick is in the placement. Copper and iron must be placed under your bed in a certain arrangement and orientation to be fully effective. The Earth rays are thereby deflected and absorbed before they can reach your body. But wait, before you run out to get copper and iron parts right now, let's stop for a moment and think about it. What exactly makes these metals so special? Why copper and iron, of all things? It's no coincidence that these two elements have a special meaning in many cultures. Copper, a metal that has been associated with healing and spiritual clarity for centuries, has the ability to conduct and balance energy. Iron, on the other hand, is known for its grounding properties. It brings stability, protection, and helps dissipate disruptive energies. Together, they create an invisible barrier against the negative influences of Earth rays, a kind of energetic shield that gives you the peace of mind you so urgently need at night. But as with any secret, there is a catch. It's not enough to just throw these metals under your bed and hope they work. Placement is crucial. It is said that the metals must be placed at the head and foot of the bed to evenly dissipate the energy. Only then can they effectively block the Earth rays. And if you want to take it a step further, there are special rituals that help you strengthen the protection by setting your intention and energetically charging the metals. But don't worry, you don't have to call a shaman to do that. Simple, clear thoughts and the right application are all you need. And now comes the most exciting part. What if you try it and it actually works? What if you suddenly feel your tiredness receding, your thoughts becoming clearer, and you wake up full of energy in the morning? Scientists may still be debating how exactly these phenomena work, but the testimonials are impressive. People report deep, restful sleep, a new sense of ease in their daily lives, and even spiritual breakthroughs after using this simple method. If you want to achieve maximum protection from Earth radiation, the exact arrangement of copper and iron under your bed is crucial. Let's start with the copper coins. If you place 10 copper coins under the headboard of your bed, it is important to divide them into 2 equal piles. Place 5 coins on the left and 5 coins on the right under your head, at a distance of exactly 50 centimeters from the edge of the bed. This placement ensures that the copper coins optimally absorb the rays without concentrating them too much under your head. Now for the screws. For every copper coin you place under your head, you need to place twice as many screws at the foot of your bed. This means that if you use 10 copper coins, you need 20 screws at the foot of your bed. However, these screws should not be placed randomly. Instead, You need to place them in 2 symmetrical circles. The first circle consists of 10 screws and forms the inner protective circle. The second, outer circle also consists of 10 screws and is placed around the inner circle with a slight gap. This arrangement ensures that the Earth's rays are weakened and evenly diverted. But that's not all. The screws must be evenly distributed along an imaginary line that runs from your head to your feet. You place all 20 screws along this line so that they form a harmonious pattern. It is important to make sure that there are not too many screws in one place. If the screws are too close together, it can happen that the energies accumulate and the desired protection is not achieved. The even distribution ensures that the Earth rays are effectively deflected without energetic overlays. Copper plays a different role than iron. While the iron should be distributed over a large area under the foot end, it is crucial to work selectively with copper. This means placing the copper coins in the areas most exposed to the Earth's radiation, namely under your head and feet. It is particularly important that the coins form small, concentrated piles. This ensures that the copper coins not only shield the Earth's radiation, but also direct it around your body. This special arrangement of copper and iron creates a protective barrier that keeps the Earth's rays away from your body and ensures that you can sleep peacefully at night without being affected by the negative influences of these rays. With the right amount of copper and iron and their optimal placement under your bed, you can build an effective protection that keeps both your body and your mind in balance. Now that you know that copper and iron play a crucial role in protecting against the negative effects of Earth radiation, you may be wondering where to get these metals and what exactly you need to do so. It's actually much easier than you might think. These 2 metals are all around us: copper, which can be found in many everyday objects such as coins, and iron, which is often in the form of tools, screws, or even old iron pans in your household. But how exactly do you use them to ensure the best possible protection? I'll explain that to you now. Copper and iron, these 2 unassuming elements, can be placed in small pieces under your bed. You don't need to buy complicated devices or make expensive investments. A few old copper pipes from the hardware store or even copper wires that you might have left over from a DIY project will suffice. For the iron, you can also use everyday items: an old piece of iron, a tool that is no longer needed, or even a set of iron nuts. But how exactly do you place them under your bed? It's simple. Place the copper at the head of your bed and the iron at the foot. This way you can achieve the optimal protection, as this arrangement deflects and breaks up the Earth rays before they can affect your body. But you might be wondering, are Earth rays a problem for me at all? This is a fair question. Not everyone feels the effects of Earth rays immediately or in the same way. For some people, they seem to be barely noticeable, while others can suffer greatly from them. It depends on various factors: your individual sensitivity, the environment you live in, and even how mindful you are of your body's subtle signals. Nevertheless, many people report unexplainable fatigue, sleep disorders, or discomfort that they only noticed after they stumbled across the topic of Earth radiation. Whether or not Earth radiation is actually a problem for you can be difficult to tell, at least at first glance. But there are ways to find out if it is affecting your well-being. And that is exactly what we will explore in the next chapter. It is not the case that Earth radiation is only known in spiritual circles. In recent years, science has increasingly been looking into this phenomenon. And the interesting thing is that traditional spiritual methods such as dowsing or the use of divining rods are now being confirmed to some extent by modern measuring techniques. So it could well be that these invisible energies are real and can actually be measured. But before we get to the modern measurement methods, let's take a look at how you can detect Earth rays in your environment yourself, using simple tools that are immediately available to you. Dowsing rods and pendulums are 2 ancient tools that can help you detect Earth radiation. You may have seen someone walking through a field with a dowsing rod and suddenly stopping at a certain point because the rod vibrated or moved. This is not mumbo-jumbo. It is an intuitive way of getting in touch with the Earth's energies. Of course, it takes some practice to develop the right sensitivity, but over time you will learn to feel these signals. Before we dive into the next chapter, let's pause for a moment. You're probably asking yourself, how exactly do I lay the copper and iron down? Where do I place it under my bed? And how much do I really need? And this is where it gets really exciting, because the exact arrangement of these metals is crucial. It's not just a matter of throwing a piece of copper and a piece of iron under the bed and hoping that everything will be fine. No, there is a specific method based on the magnetic and electrical properties of these metals. I'll tell you in a moment how to place copper and iron perfectly, in which order, how much at the head of the bed and how much at the foot. But before we get to that, there is one more essential thing you need to understand. How exactly do copper and iron work to protect you from Earth rays? This brings us directly to our next chapter, which goes into depth and explains why these metals are so powerful at protecting against Earth rays. Copper and iron, two simple, everyday metals that have centuries-old spiritual significance and are powerful tools in the fight against the negative influences of Earth rays. But what makes them so special? Why do these two metals in particular have the ability to protect us from invisible forces rising from the Earth? The answer lies in their physical and spiritual nature, and we will soon delve deeply into their ferromagnetic properties. But before we do that, I'll keep you in suspense just a little bit longer, because I promise you that the exact instructions on how to place copper and iron are coming up. Copper and iron are not just simple materials, they have been known as spiritual protective tools for thousands of years. Many cultures have used them to protect themselves from negative energies, be it from bad ghosts, unfavorable vibrations, or, as we know today, from the Earth's rays. These metals act as natural barriers. Imagine having an invisible protective layer around you that absorbs all harmful energies and directs them away from your body. This is exactly what happens when you place copper and iron under your bed in the right way. The shielding works not only on a mystical level, but also in a very practical way. Both metals have ferromagnetic properties. This means that they are able to influence magnetic fields and, in certain cases, absorb them. Iron, in particular, can serve as a shield by capturing and dissipating magnetic waves before they reach your body. Copper, on the other hand, works by absorbing and scattering electromagnetic waves due to its high conductivity. When these two metals are combined in the right arrangement, they create a kind of energetic barrier that shields against Earth radiation. But wait, you're probably wondering, how much copper do I need under my head, and how much iron belongs at the foot of my bed? Should I use coins or screws? And how do I place them, crosswise or next to each other? We'll get to those answers shortly, but first, let's look at the details of why exactly these metals are so powerful and how they work. Copper has deep spiritual significance. It is often associated with healing and spiritual growth. In many ancient cultures, it was considered a metal that amplifies the flow of positive energies and dissipates negative vibrations. Iron, on the other hand, represents grounding and strength. It ensures that you remain stable, that your energies do not get mixed up, and it shields the negative Earth rays in a powerful way. Now, I know you're impatient to find out how to do all this in practice. I promise you, in the next section, you'll learn exactly how to arrange copper and iron perfectly under your bed, step by step. But remember, the spiritual significance of these metals is just as important as their physical properties. They work on both levels, the physical protection from the Earth's radiation and the energetic protection of your mind and soul. I'm happy for you that you've been with us on this journey so far. If this video has touched your heart or brought you new insights, it would be wonderful if you would really support us. You can become a channel member to do that. It's easy to do using the link in the description below this video. Then you can see all new videos before they are public for everyone else. If you choose to do that, thank you. After all, we are all here to grow and learn together, and your support is the light that illuminates our path. Sometimes copper and iron are not enough to fully protect against the negative influences of Earth rays, especially in regions where the radiation is particularly strong or at times of year when these effects are more intense. In such cases, it can be helpful to resort to additional protection methods. One of these is the use of crystals. Crystals have always had a strong significance in the spiritual world and are valued for their protective and harmonizing effect. In particular, black tourmaline and amethyst are known to ward off negative energies and restore an energetic balance. Black tourmaline, a powerful protective stone, absorbs Earth radiation and acts like an energetic vacuum cleaner. It attracts negative vibrations and neutralizes them before they can affect your body or living space. Amethyst, on the other hand, is known to promote spiritual clarity and bring inner peace. When combined with metals such as copper and iron, the power of these crystals can create an additional protective shell around you. In addition to crystals, plants also play an important role in promoting energetic balance in your living space. Plants such as the arrowhead plant or the dragon tree are known to absorb negative energies while improving the indoor climate. They act as natural filters that cleanse and harmonize the atmosphere. The arrowhead plant, also known as mother-in-law's tongue, has the ability to filter pollutants from the air while having a calming effect on the room. The dragon tree is another powerful ally in the fight against negative energies. These plants, in combination with the right metals and crystals, can create a stable protective space in which you can feel safe and secure. Another phenomenon often associated with Earth rays is water veins. Water veins that run deep underground can intensify the effect of Earth rays and thus break through the protection you build with metals or crystals. But here too, there are simple methods to neutralize this effect. A simple well in the garden, or even a glass of water strategically placed in the room, can help to mitigate the radiation. Water has a special ability to conduct and balance energies, and can thus form a natural barrier against the intensifying effects of Earth rays. In addition to all these physical protection methods, there are also spiritual practices that can help protect you from the negative influences of Earth radiation. Purification rituals, such as sage incense, are an ancient tradition for ridding spaces of negative energies. Incense creates a clear, purified atmosphere and helps restore energetic balance. Regular grounding exercises, such as walking barefoot on natural ground or meditations that strengthen the connection to the earth, can also help to protect you from harmful influences. Through these practices, you strengthen your own energetic resilience and create an inner balance that makes you less susceptible to negative earth radiation. All these methods have one thing in common: they promote reconnection to the earth and help to establish a harmonious balance between humans and nature. The connection to the earth is a fundamental part of our well-being. By regularly spending time in nature, walking barefoot on the earth and focusing on the energy of the earth in meditation, you ensure that your energetic field remains strong and resilient. These practices not only help you to better manage earth rays, but also strengthen your inner balance and spiritual health. Copper, iron, and crystals are undoubtedly an excellent protection against the negative influences of earth rays. Their effect is strong and immediately noticeable. But despite these effective measures, it is not a perfect or long-term solution. These metals and crystals can protect you and bring noticeable relief, but to really live in harmony with the earth's energies in the long term, you need more. It is important to integrate practices into your daily life that help you find lasting balance. The method with copper and iron is a powerful foundation that you should continue to use. But there are other aspects you can consider for holistic and long-term protection. A first step towards lasting protection is to keep your living spaces energetically clean. Long-term protection against earth radiation requires regular attention. Rooms can store interference fields, whether from electronic devices or from the energy flow of people who are in them. It is therefore important to regularly perform energetic cleanings to keep the room energy fresh and clear. One method is to burn sage or other cleansing herbs, but simply airing out the room and placing plants that absorb negative energies, such as the arrowhead plant, can also work wonders. This will ensure that your space remains in balance. Another important aspect is to be mindful when using modern devices. Electronic devices, especially Wi-Fi routers, televisions, and smartphones, can significantly increase the effect of earth rays. These devices emit their own electromagnetic fields, which can have a negative effect on your energy field. A more conscious approach to technology, such as turning off devices overnight or setting up radiation-free zones in your home, can make a big difference. This way, you can stabilize your energy field and further minimize the influence of earth radiation. Your protective measures themselves also require attention and care. Metals such as copper and iron, which you place under your bed for protection, should be regularly renewed and cleaned to retain their full effect. Over time, energetic residues accumulate in these materials, which can reduce their effectiveness. Regular cleaning or replacement of the metals ensures that the protection remains consistent. The same applies to crystals. They absorb and store energies and need an energetic cleansing from time to time. You can clean them under running water or place them in the sun to recharge them with positive energy. In addition to practical measures, spiritual grounding is also of great importance in everyday life. Grounding is an essential part of keeping your energy field in balance over the long term. Through conscious grounding rituals, such as walking barefoot in nature or simple meditations, you can reconnect with the energies of the earth and thus strengthen your own inner balance. This grounding helps you to arm yourself against external influences, such as earth radiation, and at the same time build a strong foundation for your mental and physical protection. Ultimately, it is about finding lifelong harmony with the energies of the earth. The earth is an inexhaustible source of energy and wisdom, and those who have learned to protect themselves from earth rays will, over time, experience deeper spiritual insights and a more harmonious life. By being mindful of your surroundings and taking protective measures while also strengthening your own connection to the earth, you will not only be protected from earth radiation, but also live a life in balance and inner harmony. Your journey to energetic freedom and harmony starts right here. Let's recap the key steps that will guide you on this journey. First of all, it is about developing an awareness of the existence of Earth radiation and understanding how it can affect your well-being. The first step in the right direction is to use protective measures such as copper and iron to shield yourself from these invisible forces. But that's just the beginning. Alternative methods such as crystals, energetic cleansing, and being mindful of your surroundings will help you to strengthen and sustain protection in the long term. But it all starts with you. It's about taking responsibility for your own energetic health. No one can do it for you. You alone can feel which measures work for you, and you alone decide which steps you want to take next. This journey is an invitation to try different methods and discover what works best for you. Maybe you start by placing copper and iron under your bed. Maybe you feel that walking barefoot on the earth is good for you, or that crystals give you a deeper sense of security. There is no wrong way, only the one that leads you in the direction of your well-being. But the journey does not end with protection from Earth radiation. It is a spiritual journey that allows you to access your own energies and the Earth more deeply. As you learn to work with the Earth's forces, you will experience not only physical but also spiritual changes. You will be able to come into harmony with yourself on a deeper level, strengthen your inner balance, and establish a harmonious relationship with the energies around you. At the end of this journey is the ultimate goal, harmony with the Earth. When you learn to understand and use the Earth's energies, you will find a state of inner peace and spiritual freedom. The Earth is not our enemy, she is our teacher, and when you connect with her, she will guide you in ways deeper than you could ever imagine. Now it is up to you to continue on this path. Share your experiences with others, experiment with the methods presented, and let your own intuition guide you. This journey is endless and leads you to ever deeper levels of understanding and harmony. Take all the time you need and be open to what you will learn along the way.